Hi everyone, this is Ms. Newton, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit about a new technology called Bootstrap. Bootstrap is a really amazing web framework. I'll explain a little bit more what that means in just a minute, but we're going to learn about what Bootstrap is, how to use it, and how overall we can use it to enhance our websites. All right, so first things first, what is a web framework? Well, our friends at Wikipedia tell us that a web application framework is software that's designed to support website development. And so the goal of a framework is to help developers save time, energy, and work by alleviating some of the overhead that's associated with really common activities. And so up until this point, we've been coding all of our web pages by hand, by handwriting our HTML and our CSS. And so the goal of using frameworks now is to let the framework do some of that work for us and then build on top of the framework. And so we'll see a little bit more of that and some more examples of that as we dig deeper into Bootstrap. So now that I've explained a little bit more about what a framework is, let me tell you about Bootstrap. Bootstrap, you might be interested to know, actually used to be called Twitter Bootstrap because it was created by developers at Twitter. Their goal was to help standardize a lot of the look and feel of things on the internet and to provide building blocks and customizable pieces that we could use and integrate into our web pages. And so now it's just called Bootstrap because it's separated out from Twitter, but that's where it kind of started. And so you may, sometimes these components may be a little bit reminiscent of the Twitter look and feel. And if you go to Bootstrap's webpage, which I'll show you in just a second, on the home page, they have this little declaration that says Bootstrap is the most popular HTML, CSS, and JavaScript framework that's being used. And that's true. When I worked in the industry, we use Bootstrap all the time because it makes web development a lot simpler and easier than trying to do everything by hand. And what's really neat about Bootstrap is it helps us to develop responsive, mobile-first projects. What that means is the web pages that you develop with Bootstrap are going to be able to scale all the way from really large monitor screens to really small mobile phone screens. And so that's kind of the first thing that they have in mind when they created this framework. And so it helps making these responsive and scalable web pages a lot easier. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to give you a really quick demo of some of the benefits of using Bootstrap. So this is a website that I've been developing for the computer science department, and I've been using Bootstrap to do that. And so a lot of the styling, specifically regarding the structure and the layout of the web page, almost all of that is done by Bootstrap or by using Bootstrap. And so what's really cool about this is that as I'm viewing this on a large screen, you see that it fills and fits most of the screen. But as I reduce the screen size from my large monitor to maybe something more close to a laptop, you'll see that the screen starts to readjust as the window size readjusts. And so this would be maybe what you would see on a laptop screen. It's a fixed width layout until the technology detects that you're using a smaller screen size. And so now as I get a little bit smaller, all of a sudden it's going to pop into this small screen size. And so this is maybe the layout that you would see if you were using a tablet to view the web page. And then finally, if I keep getting smaller, eventually Bootstrap is going to realize, oh, you must be on some kind of phone. And so then you start seeing a little bit more dramatic changes. It turns into a liquid layout, and the content starts adjusting depending on how narrow or wide your phone screen is. And so whereas this might be your tablet or your laptop, this is a phone screen. And so the layouts are actually very different from here to here because you get to decide how to best represent the content to your user depending on what device they're using. And so this is something that Bootstrap makes really easy. If we tried to do this by hand, it would take a lot of time and a lot of work, but Bootstrap has a lot of this functionality built in, and we will learn how to use that.